Alright folks, Acid Roots here, so welcome to part 3 of Let's Play Mystic Quest. Like I said before, we're going to finish up this boss and get one of the first of 4 crystals, and this was really relatively simple to do this early in the game, but yeah, there's going to be some more hodgepodge stuff that's going to happen, but hopefully you've got some good snacks in front of you. I mean, at this stage I'd even recommend pretzels. I mean, even like pretzels and cheese go to some place, I don't know a place that sells pretzels right now, but it's kind of the thing. Yeah, I'm a fan of leftovers. I just would have to say on top of that, there's something about going to McDonald's and ordering food and then waking up at 1 o'clock in the morning and heating up some of the food you had from before. It's a very attractive feeling. I do it often. It's wise to do it. But I really don't even know McDonald's hours. I mean, I think about it, I think they're open till at least 10, 11, maybe midnight, but I'm not sure. They're not like Taco Bell. Taco Bell is just designed for nighttime affairs, but McDonald's not as much. I don't know about Burger King or any of the other places also. Wendy's probably isn't. But so yeah, I mean, I like the extra animations that the boss characters, I mean, certain enemies will do that. They'll have like damaged animations, which I think more role-playing games should do. I mean, it definitely kind of makes it feel more lively. So that's all Tristram wanted, was just a grappling hook. We're gonna get that technique later, spoilers, but it's gonna be useful. So this kind of is an action RPG just because it has extra attacks. Like, you can actually, I know I've showed off the jump technique, but if you press the A button, you can kind of use like either the bomb or the axe or the sword and do certain things with that. So it is kind of action related. But, and oh yeah, here's one more thing. This might piss some people off, but you know, unlike in Zelda, when you complete a dungeon where you're warped out of it, I think in this game, I'm fairly certain that every single dungeon you have to exit yourself, even after beating the boss. That's something most role-playing games don't make you do that just because of tediousness, but this was, you know, of course, back in 1991, 1992, so kind of the thing about it is just get used to doing that. I mean, honestly, if you take a certain path, you may not have to fight the enemies again, but if you get lost, you might have to. So this is something to know. Make sure you pay attention to how you got to the bosses, because you're going to need to know when you leave. So, but there's some things where like you fall through pits and stuff, so you have to go a new way on the way back. So regardless, you're going to be fighting, basically. I mean, it should be expected because it's an RPG, but yep. It's good to know how to navigate. I mean, this game, it doesn't really imply that much, but it's kind of a minor, hey, do you remember how you got here kind of thing. So yeah, so we don't have a party member now. We're gonna have to figure out what's next to do. I really just have not been doing the fights. I mean, I probably could have, but like I said, this is gonna be mostly off camera. I'm at least going to show some of it, but I kind of want this project not stretch on. I want it to be long, but not lengthy, not, you know, borderline monotonous. So yeah, I would say this game is damn near a classic. It has so many good things going for it. I mean, it's really kind of you know, it's overlooked. I mean, it's the same thing like when I picked Blackthorn. This is another, maybe not A-list, A-plus list game, but kind of B-plus, B, you know, 85% type thing, where it's just not talked about in the first 1 or 2 conversations about the Super Nintendo or something like that, and I had that in mind. That's definitely how I felt about Blackthorn. I'm thinking like Super Tennis is another game like that kind of did that. You know, maybe games like F-Zero. But yeah, now they have extra things to say, but not much. I mean, it's just 1 sentence, 5 words, something like that. 6 syllables, you know, you have to count. I mean, some people, you look at conversations, that you literally not just count the words or like the the sentences, but you count the syllables that they respond to you with. It's kind of a newfangled thing, but so so yeah, so basically they were implying that the curse that these people had turned them old, and so this kind of, I mean, the game tries to implement, or tries to say the idea of having most of these folks in this town be kind of in the younger set. I wouldn't say that they're like children, but probably teenagers, like I said, adolescents. I might have said this in part 1, I'm not really sure, but yeah, so Kaylee is not going to join us yet. She's still recuperating, because she did get poisoned, so she has to, I mean, she will return, spoilers, but I don't know, I don't remember when. This is kind of the thing. So, but you also notice a lot of crystal balls. Now, those are just for decoration. It's kind of a neat decoration. I mean, it is a fantasy game. I don't know so much if there's like profits in this game or something, but yeah. They should have made a game like this for the PlayStation. They should have done like something kind of like a Final Fantasy VII type game, only with like a light kind of interface or something. Just a real decaf kind of thing, like I've said before. This really happens to be a thing. Alright, so we're moving on. I'm not going to do these battlefields, like I said, but we're going to head out and get to the next area. Just kind of figuring out. I didn't really... Because I thought that the bone dungeon was where you needed to go. You figured you'd go up, but you don't. You go right. So, you got to go to Focus Tower, which that place is going to wind up being here a lot. So... a lot of stuff to do. Yeah, what a brisk day. So I have a video coming where I bought a bag of Doritos and it was empty. And the thing about it was the bag was sealed. It was sealed like there was food in it, but there actually wasn't food. So it would float down to the ground despite the fact that it wasn't opened. And I was being sarcastic about it, but I just found it kind of like a, kind of perplexing kind of thing. So I was like, yeah, I got the Golden Wonka ticket, which I basically did. You'd think that those would be worth money or something. There's got to be some collector out there that'd be like, yeah, but it was the most sophomore thing I've seen in a while, I'll tell you that much. But so yeah, so all of those crystals are going to be necessary to get past this sort of stuff, but it should be fun. It's going to be a nice little jaunt, so just keep eating your pizza or pretzels or popcorn, whatever you have. So, yeah, I bet that cherry Coke tastes extremely good. I'm going to be like the dude from Metal Gear Solid. You like Castlevania, don't you? Bet that cherry Coke tastes real good right now. You can feel the fizz. So, but yeah, it's almost Halloween. It's kind of funny, I'm perplexed as far as what's going to actually kind of happen, but I do at least have my videos taken care of. There's not going to be anything on my gaming channel. I mean, I think as years go along, I don't want to talk as long term as that, but maybe next year or something I'll do something Halloween related. I didn't think I could do 3 Halloween videos. I mean, I've got so much going on that this is like hell. But yeah, get ready for tougher enemies. That's the thing. And it's especially tricky just because you're by yourself for this short while. So, and we really don't get the gold. I mean, 3 GP for a fight like that's pretty cheap. Especially if they're going to charge, like in this town. This is what I was talking about last time, where I said this is the town that they charge 95 GP just to rest for one night. So they basically want you to just use the potions. But this isn't worth it when you're getting 3 or 5 or 8 GP per battle. You should be getting like 25 at least. Because geez, I mean, just imagine how many battles you'd have to get in with 3 GP per battle to sit there and be able to afford an inn. So, and if you want to do the math, basically 39, 40 times, 3 times 39 is, that's probably like 100 something. So at least 30 times you'd be having to do it, something like that. But yeah, so we got Phoebe, next party member, Phoebe. So, and she has a certain technique that we're going to be using soon. You'll notice that, but it's not going to be referred to in this episode. So, we go to Aquaria, and really there's not much else going on in this episode, so if you're hoping for fights or progress, it's just mostly me talking to the town people and exploring the town. Which I'm going to do. I do that in RPGs. I'm not someone who just goes to the objective or likes the fighting. I do like the storyline and the character development and that sort of stuff. Something that's easy to appreciate. It's partial to RPGs. It's an extra thing to do. So, if I were to do streams, I know maybe I wouldn't do that if I were doing like a 4 or 5 hour stream, but I just don't know if I could sit down that long. Really, that's why I make my episodes short, because I would hate to screw up at like the 37 or 43 minute mark and then have to do the whole thing over. That would really get on my nerves. Because that takes like an entire day, just messing up like 2 or 3 times and having to do a 40-minute video over and over. So that's just kind of the thing. So, but I do like this neat little town, ice town, and that sort of thing. It'd get annoying for it to always be winter, but maybe it would. I do like winter. I like autumn more, though. Back in the day, and by back in the day I mean like 2004, 2001, 2008, it was, October used to be a cool month, or warm. It'd be like 80 degrees, maybe not 80, but 75 degrees. Yeah, 65 degrees, something like that. Cool enough to notice the drop in temperature and that sort of thing, but warm enough to where the sun is still out and it's not like you need coats, but just more jacket and jeans kind of weather, that sort of thing. I like September, October, November. Those are fun months, but, I don't know. I don't know how many of y'all out there believe in, like, global warming and that sort of stuff, but there is climate crap going on. It's kind of a sketchy topic anymore, just because the argument can go on for as long as it does, but the fact is that it's hotter than it was 10 years ago, which is kind of the thing. But anyhow, obviously this town has the opposite effect of that, where it's just all winter, so they're in the middle of an ice age. But it's good to have Phoebe with us. Just trying to think. I get the feeling, I was under the impression that she was going to be more of like a mage type character. From what I remember, I thought that that's what she was. But yeah, the strength technique of some of this, it's not like every single character is going to denote that they're strong or not, but it's just an extra thing to keep in mind, is just to kind of gauge the character that you get and be able to figure out how you're going to do it. But Phoebe will help. It's not like I'm being sexist or anything. It's just the fact that her item of attack is a grappling hook, which is not, the strongest thing. So, but yeah. So, it's a fun overall game. It's kind of the main thing about it. But yeah, these still are kind of small towns. You gotta understand that this is one of the first games that came out for the Super Nintendo, so it's just kind of, honestly, like the towns like in Final Fantasy 3, or Final Fantasy 6, whatever you want to call it, and other ones are a little bit larger and people have more stuff to say. But I still like this game, and that's the thing. It's just so simple to do, just because it's just so basic. It's an RPG, but it's not like a lengthy kind of eats up all of your time one. Alright, so we've got like 10 seconds left, so I'm going to get more of this recorded eventually. Maybe not right now, but soon. So subscribe for more fun. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see y'all in part 4. It's coming.